I want to say something, right? The power of Ghana's modern youth is immeasurable. It cannot be compared, it cannot be sized. Difficult. Our country is very difficult. The mothers are like this, the fathers are like this, the people are like this.
Abrachefo yede asemde enene yede ewo mukwan no ene say Zion's Home Care Service ede abase mo a mo mame wo Ghana a omu ni se behwesofo ombehwe wo mo no eye asemde ene yede nam omu ye service bi say assistant living, home health care, custodial care, any services bebre ebia omami enyini sebe owo yare bi enu nti obi ampese obeboa ubetimi de omako Zion's Home Care Service na omubeshe umame ama. Enti omu number no for more information ubetimi afre 0543 926 236. Ana mo amoso mo amanone I mean abroad +31 62 51 47 236. Amfen so omu wo website bebrene so wo Facebook Zion Home Care 1 at yahoo.com. Ana ewo Instagram no Zion_Home Care yedamasi.
Abusia leader and founder of the new force Nana Kwame Bediako Cheddar echiremu a oye nipa mienu ono angasa nipa baako no wotimi play nipa mienu characters abra okoko hia esuafo a ewo All Nations University abusia meso so obajebre me de mu details nyina ebrel ewo Melcon Studios edi a meje so ne abrantie se ransem no mu dia Nana Kwame Bediako Cheddar abra okoko duru All Nations University no na nsem wodi tu dwa bi ne ese o play characters mienu the character of Nana Kwame Bediako and the character of Freedom Jacob Caesar. Abusiame song say one kasa beje bre na betina kasamfonyi achi na me the video no ba besomo eti yanko video no say the nsem a Nana Kwame Bediako Cheddar wodi tu dwa abra one suafo All Nations University omusia.
I would like to tell you that there are two sides of me. There is Nana Kwame Bediako, and then there is Freedom Jacob Caesar. I want the crowd to choose one. Which of the character do you want to hear from today? Cheddar? Well, I would like to tell you what cheddar means. Cheddar means money. And I want to know, which one do you want more? Sika? Upeska? That is one. All right. The second part is, I want to know, do you want us to have this conversation in English or in Twi? Twi. Twi. Mupesa beka Twi. All right, Ebeka Twi. Let me first start. Say, Koforidia in 1875 was established by the colonials of Ashanti. And higher Ashanti Maimunso. The history of the Ashantis. Nayane oha. Baby organa biano. Yay, and I'll be who you the most. Now, Koforidia, are you in the house? Are you here? I still don't feel the energy. You know, I want to say something, right? The power of Ghana's modern youth is immeasurable. It cannot be compared. It cannot be sized. It must be God's power that has woken up in the youth of this country. And everywhere I've been, in all of these regions, I can feel it. I feel the energy. I feel the new people. This young man here, I recognize him. SRC, come give me a shake. It's good to see you again. David, it's good to see you. I'm seeing some familiar faces here, some young people, and I want to say this, that I am here to serve the younger generation of this country. But I'm also here to learn from the older generation of this country. You know, they say the greatest people in this world learn from the greatest people's greatest mistakes. And therefore, I think there is so much we can learn about our history of governance, of politics, and our historic leaders.
Abusia was out one is Eka say, ono na Kwame Bediako cheda, abra o make a decision, say obey follow the path of being a president and I say being a leader no. And my decisions be on more what take you. And until why you ready say oba be build a nation. Why you ready so say or the any that's what or not any end that's all. After no so than China was able to create a wealth. Edi ama sebi wona NB eno dan chen ya constitution no wo se wo ba betu agu nyoma bi wo ho no a wo ba be sesa wo enti ensem ona na Kwame Bediako cheda e kan no abusua yenkoso a ehwe video no.
Last year I took one of the biggest decisions in my life, and decisions is probably one of the most powerful things that we need to learn about as human beings. Na ebi mo ha omuntimi take a decision. Omu free say easy. Say oh sorry and I know I take a decision. Me pese me yesikani. Me pese me worry. Me pese me yo hene. Say easy sadia. Koye. Na decision I me take here no me pese me omu amwa hu say eye akukuduro ebi ne peja me ema me gina me naso and I say I am ready to build a new nation, ready to build a country, ready to bring hope to the hopeless, ready to create wealth for the poor, ready to review a constitution that has undermined our knowledge and our privilege for many decades. I stood up and I said, I am ready. And so the new force was birthed. Now the new force, meaning say, anye biano, yenyina politics na yenim. But you need leadership. Now, difference between the two, no. Me change the one son I call into the listening talk. Say, a politician, a leader. A politician has a program. He lives by the program. When himself call regions, say no be when no be. But a true leader They just have a purpose or they have a vision. So they don't live by program. When you look at a politician, he wants to be elected to become a president. But when you look at a real leader, he wants to build a nation. He wants to uplift humanity. He wants to invest in his country and his people. Misha, a politician will come with a promise, but a leader does not need to promise you, because he already knows that he has a purpose, that you will benefit from that purpose. And I am that leader. I have a purpose. I have a vision to build a nation, so we can all start all over again and build ourselves again. This country has been waiting for a leader, but all this time, this country has been governed by a politician.
I'm sure what they say about 2 years and I could do the listening to a friend of Babaji a year and some we say for anyone about some our ownership university. I was here and someone to money a year and I Kwame Bediako channel. And some catcher. What are you, bro? Yes, I'm going listening to also and fun to us. So, who may have one, I say, my crown or no. And check us your pan come up, Brantia, would you not come run a year J road. A bushon on the be out there production in Baba Solo. The course 1 year can be more. The quack video number. Bye bye.
The independent parliamentary candidate for Nuja himself, Kuforia. There 1 year near me by said me MP no Kuforia. And almost all the houses in Nuja and South. Your problem gets here. Higher Kuforia, a dorsal, but me look at and I'm a person that can was it. Nanyamia was gone now, who be deep president or Ghana. Now, what are your independent presidents? Now, what's my independent MP? But to me, I can't have a chance. So, 1 year, yeah, we can't have a year. You did try and say, a year for Libya. About 80% truth. Any of my. For Libya, our all nation. For Libya, our KTU. For Libya, nursing training. Any other private institutions are what? When you know your school, some will go back to their hometowns now. When you know your school, some will go back to their hometowns now. When you say for Libya, no go to school into Maniaka. Now, our population of air possible. For Libya have about 94,000 voters under Waha. In this region, Nuja and South, other voters war. As for you many have. Maybe I say maybe independent. And if I do a Japan check airplane, Jumano, bro, I'm just 41 years old. That's what a Juma panel, that's the same age. Let's now. The minister independent candidates know we are going to take over Ghana. Maybe this is our never could be our now. Dear Mr. One said, so bet me a France and your papa, Mr. Yamaye, ye pay 2 months off for you. Never, I ever say, I didn't pay one, I never joining me.
And then we will come out to Jabon, but what is the Buddha?
It's my say, for Libya, a human I have. And not be a problem this year. We are talking to you. I decentralization, you have a crowd. And you money in your place or our crowd. Now, Superforia is next to a crowd. Set me a bill, what a body contractor. Send me certificate to now me person reading one. Office Superforia, I guess I'm a play up a crowd. Your best row. Say, Yamia was home. Now, the president. And now we don't make you no, but now, our office is now what can be about phobia. About Kwame, you not area in Humano, and your BIA. It says a passport office die. You are not for homophobia, or when you are more horrible, ABA. deɛ ɛtɔ so a atwa to a mede bɛtwa to no sɛ mede bɛwie no ɛne sɛ mesrɛ wo kɔfɔredua yɛakwan ɛnyɛ yɛwuro da akokɔ yɛ fie wobɛnante ha yi anana ɛyɛ dɛ sɛ wo ne nam kuro no fifim konyame kuro no kɔso konya kɔ agabonya kɔ akɔfi ɛka wo sɛ ma kɔfɔredua firi mɛserɛ wo sɛ nyame wɔso na bɛdi project a ɛma wɔni ɛnsi kɔfɔredua kuro no fifim na interiorfoɔ no ɔmo brɛ
yɛdase wait there mama me answer the question first because the question no I am answer and one nti ebia yenhye from Ejuma side. The new force has embarked on a journey to introduce industrialization, a foundation that will build this nation. Now, I would like to explain that further. Say, what is industrialization going to do for this country? Our first policy is to create 16 regional industrialization. Now, this revolutionary industrialization, I besi okroma nyina no. Adikupotinti a me decided say me no sano ne se. Me who say 15 regions in this country is non-active. Tesenia okan na akra pe na ye adwuma. Ni aka nyina enye adwuma. Obekono na broni bia be factory bia hye finfin banko. No de ni nipa be se 10 na omo anim adwuma na na wafa nipa e bia 100. And okay, so Koforidua here 90-something thousand voters, which means you have about 150 to 200,000 people. And na 199,000 on Makano. Abede no manya juma. It's because we have not trained our people with industrialization. I repeat it again. This is the most important thing in our lives right now. Oko America, na me pamuchowa see America. Industrialization. Munchesene see China. Industrialization. Munchesene see Dubai. Industrialization. England. Industrialization. Oba Africa. Debio. Omusi omumpene. This is omusi omumpene. Uni madi krontia. Me babe chechere machere mukakra. Se ushe onse me answer your questions ni two ni nyina. The 15 regions and the job. Now, we share to say your regions now. Utimu say the duopoly nankasa a boom my way no. Omo pese ehiano a war region more because so 4 years bia o pese odi sika kuto bi brew ohianti na wa talk okromoti. Enti enu nti kura no e man no ye nyansi obi president obi dinti e man nankasa no ye nyansi enso ukọ abrochire a Uko England, London, ayo capital town. And so through Manchester, Ubehu Manchester United Ubehu Manchester City Ubehu factories Ubehu Norma and no so koso. Uko Liverpool and no so koso. Uko komu krodi nyina baby anywhere. O my yen Ghana aye regency. And the problem no, and no. Say obi catch out say anything else is going to save you. Me say oboa. Okobobu see 100 billion credit for abontin ba. Me say ND 2 years credit cano ebesa. Because ye che wa Ghana 33 million so obi enya $1,000 100 billion. 33 million no. See ye cha me say obi enya $1,000 so the 100 billion craba and $1,000 no 1 month no asa. Enti nya bosia ene yebebo ene ye sie man na emom no sa industrialization na de adwuma beba na eyi nkrofo free low income middle income so we can have a middle income country. That is when the problem will be solved. Ehọ no na obehu say factories 10 and 15 and work for redu ha na amani pa adwuma over 100,000 nya obi ana beka cho say ye okwa ekwan na obo se no ankasa no ya because no an ye sika ne faso obia no ano ye didi ho enti ekwan no nyina no ebeye but ekwan asem okan let me add something to it and then me want him fie ne bisa na e bia me save no for later se ye de po e be ba man mu e de bi ba kuma se yɛde bi ba kɔfɔridua yɛde bi ba yɛ connect bi bia voter nti meja saa question ni later ebia obi bɛbam na yakomu deeper Mr. Okoso
that's your friend and na the person this ourselves politicians no ya to mo ne de bia oba fufuro say dia kasa ne come on but onya akonya tena so a ne ayen ufana mrantia ne mabawa akasa onyama wono onye make say do akofa ne krofo bia omudi omachi omma ne instructions but sabia no adoka ho mi na Ghana ya ho kire le to so bienu hwe ye Ghana for penifo to set papers for ni ade aduma mo ye nyina no omo de bo Ghana man nanso eniema omo kofa fia ma no ne ba Ghana ha no ebo e de to omo so no eso sika na omo kofa eniema no anwachi me di Togo anya fanto ho Togo port no omo ho no sika omo chi ya kakire aso te bia Togo fo e de omo to yesu ekuta port ba mi ensa awo Ghana ha Okoto ka be so what to ka 1,000 Ghana cedis Uba kwata mahabo ya si 3,000 Ghana cedis amwa Ghana eti sa wa bai na so so be po Ghana ye dia ade ba kwa e po Ghana no kure na mo titia ni do say ya me ka mo ti ase ọmọ ni ye nyina ni ye chichire ọmọ no but munya ba na munya ba bi jina na fe bongala afi mo fo ba 40 glass e di mu che mu kula no ye ti me memo je se mi jina ho asu na me adu na le ko na se a be ba ba go ba
okay, thank you. I will take my time and answer. And so I would like to answer. Me person me answer. Papaya or Obisa 3 questions. I will say politicians or manual de. Now umunya kunyani we are no manual no. Osaka sembi say. Sisi a ujina menchai na se wochine bi no menya akonya ne so tena me ba o musi jina nchen mpamucho monka njire papa ne se mindi president kura no bodyguards di mechi police for di mechi edom di mechi enso mensani pamu na me pese ohun se sa politicians now come once no. I am not one. I am a leader. I am a risen leader. Na me pese papa inso me pese me katre ne se. Politicians na wo hu omo no. Na omo bibidi dada na. Na omo sisi omo ndan bi dada na. Na omo toto omo cars bi awie dada na. Na America for any Europeans for hwehwe omo ana. Na inti adia papa ikan metina se pa ba adia me pese obi anso hu ni se woni nda ho because who difference no so who difference na obeti ase se akora bi anyame ahia na wonya ne sika wie no anka metimi akotena Miami ni bi adisika ni bi atwi boat ni bi no anka betimi akotena Dubai ayi me sika akohwehwe ho se Ghana ni amoye nyina no mesremo we de mini time na Jessica na semno ato nchen mejai enjuma semno ato nchen na ma sorry say ade ayenye ne ye no me ba be kura no. This is the leadership you should be looking for. That is the decision you need to take that you're not taking right. Entina make sure here with our conversation no make us say decision is important because how can we decide to choose a president or a minister who is coming to build house for us, a minister for works and housing? Na ebia asase kora wonto bi da na wakase obesi fiesi so. Ukofa president na wono ankasa no onye ni business bi da. Onim sika save na onim sika kora. Now the 100 billion, the 33 million people are sharing sa. Say no ane say ye shikosa. Ni obi ape bi o mefa favors na family ebia na yiri ma menua nti wo diwei me kunu papa ba onso giwe me ofa ase enso ne girlfriend ne onso giwe na ye cheche kosa na mo 33 million aka no mugu ho na mo twen eno na make say money nda ho. We should not choose politicians like that to lead us, and then after we turn around to complain. Who is the government? The government is us. We are the one that make the government become a government. Without us deciding that the government should come to power, there will be no government. And today I am here to tell the youth of this modern Ghana that your power is not measured. You are entitled to put any leader in a position, and you will be entitled to bring that leader down. That is your power. You should not exchange it for anything. Auntie, me papa now be say me question, no? I hope you're in there somewhere, and I hope you can hear me that I am not a politician. I am a risen leader, and you will witness the history of this modern new Ghana, new generation, new leadership, new everything from the new force. We will use force to change everything with the forces of the universe, and we will not forgo our people or our country. Now, I'm not here to tell you any promises. I have an aim and I have a purpose. And as you've already witnessed, since I was 20 years old, and I said that I'm going to triple and quadruple and multiply my millions. My mind has been there, and I've proved to you already. Go on the internet, Google me now, and ask the computer, who is this guy? You can choose not to give me the country, but you can trust and be rest assured that in 10 years, you might Google who owns Ghana. I would have bought it. Because I've given you the chance that let's own it together. If you refuse, you can do anything. I will go behind, I will work so hard, and I will come and buy it, because me it will be in Chamisika mame. Me ntena Ghana ha na obi atwa for Switzerland dia breme. If I'm your leader, I will not a white man print your money for you before you eat. I don't know if you come there. Because you're trying to be a manager scabra and Sunny Didi. Now, Uko Brony Chroma, who bet me with Nisika Commando, Ukra go in your diano, only right, I'll bet Chess Canada Commando. And so, knowing your right, so the chess come out. Now, on one Casalson all supporters are politicians here, or Modemunam Kwanway. Who is a minim so Munomujina Mochi? It's because of their interest that they have in your country. Recently, we've had about 120,000 kids, youth, travel this year. Omokwa abrochire. Abrochire almost your hospitals every year. Almost your banks every year. Almost your universities every year. Almost your parliament. Almost a good democratic system. Almost here more through biaho. Now if in kanipa no komo for ma kwa yeden. Because when almost some fast work. Wabefa omo. Or chira wo say nipa no so wo mfaso. Because o de bibia and so nipa no hia omo. Enti se wo ye wo nipa wo Ghana ha ni ntimi nya hwe mo mo ni ntimi fo mo nya hwe a obi ba be fo mo. And that is what is happening. That is what is happening. Thank you, please.
I go by the name Benjamin. I love it when you said the youth. Because from our childhood we were taught knowledge. Knowledge no much here. Even though we are not 18 years, some of us are not 18 years, but he has a zeal to work. Now, when you online work, be there, yeah. Now, it's on your PayPal account. The PayPal account is checking that Gambia has access to PayPal account. Hey, Ghana, let's say Gambia. Okay. What can I say? On that bank account, and he's not even 18 years. Why is it wow? Charisma, baby, almost 90% of the boys here have played big snake, but Lillian Cooley. We saw our parents were suffering and wanted to help them. But our age, it's like the constitution, it's like the government, it's like the world is putting a limit on our age. Because many are still no many are the same year, but what I'm saying is 18. And again, you're telling me just a minute PayPal. And I was shocked. Gambia. Gambia compared to Ghana. 30% land of Ghana.
And the people are just less than 10%. Gambia is 2 million people.
So they have access to PayPal account. And here, come here. And how are you going to do with it? How are you going to help us with our sporting bet is very important, and two, with our PayPal and bank account, even in the body issue.
Thank you.
Public relations officer for the sales and marketing research. My name is Nana Ofejitu, and I'm the public relations officer for the sales and marketing research. Please ask some questions to ask.
So one question is fine. One question. And please make it a question, not an essay, please.
Oh, no, it's a question. Yeah. The question is, what is your ego drive of becoming the president of the country?
Thank you. Please, I would this is my honest question. Sorry for keeping you waiting. No, I'm here. Sorry. Difficult. Our country is very difficult. The mothers are like this, the fathers are like this, the people are like this. Can we get some silence in the room, please? I'm sure that that woman was very patient, and I was watching her. There were 4 young people in front of her, but no one looked behind to see that maybe our mother first. That everybody wanted to talk about their problems, but they forgot that there were 5 men or 5 boys and 1 woman. Let this be a lesson that as young people, and as much as you are screaming the youth, we should look at our mothers. They are struggling. They are suffering for us. They say about time and nimni and babedi. Ntia mama mu remfi. Mama mu remfi. Because na me hwemo. Obi a nhwe nachi. Obi a hwe nanim. But your past is supposed to be your teacher. Your present is supposed to be your gift. But your future is supposed to be the gift and the teacher that has taught you about experience. That will lead you to your future. Tinoma bi oha ye hwe ye mame mu ene ye papa mu a it shapes our future. Timisramo aya na mama mani akobochi. All right, let me go to this young man. The young man, I say PayPal ye nya account. Or say I just already 18 and send when your account. Now, some young man you can. There is centralization and decentralization. Aha, mekyerɛkyerɛ mu. Why? Centralization no the current government system a yɛwɔ wiase. Te sɛ central bank, central headquarters, parliament, biribiara ɛwɔ central. Nti ɔmo na ɔmo control biribiara. Te sɛ conditions no, ɛte sɛ wodi 18 ansa na wɔwɔ account. Ɛte sɛ woyɛ sei, account no nso ɛyɛ central bank no ɛna ma licenses ansa na watumi anya account no. Decentralization ɛyɛ computer life, technology. Ɛno deɛ wokɔ bie Facebook account a wonhia sɛ wo maame anaa wo papa ɛbɛba bɛka kyerɛ sɛ yes ansa na wabie. Ɛno ansa wabie wo Facebook account. Wokɔ bie Instagram account a wopɛ wa wo Gmail a obiara tumi yɛ ne TV ɛwɔ computer so. Na ɔno a yɛ ne yɛfrɛ ne sɛ YouTube. Ɔno a personal television. Ɛno ɛna ɛyɛ the life of decentralization. Na sɛsi a meka sɛ the world mpanyinfoɔ they are fighting against the decentralization. Ɔmo mpɛ sɛ ɛbɛba so because centralization life is the only life they know and they don't want to give in. But nkora nso ɔmo aba no nso decentralization ɔmo te aseɛ. So ɔka kyerɛ akora biara sɛ ɔmbi account ɛwɔ computer so anaasɛ ɔnkɔ ɛdan mu no nkɔ bi account a ɔbɛtwi computer no. I don't blame them. Ɛno ne yɛde wo ɔmo. Ɛno nso na answer ɔmo. Sɛ wopɛ sɛ ohu Nyankopɔn sesi a ɔnkɔ asɔre nkɔ bisa pastor ne sɛ who is God? Obisi agogo no akɔ bisa no. Computer no na yɛ ne nyame. Ɔno a na kyerɛ ne bibia. Enti sɛ nkora ɔmo wo wiase abɛdɔɔso na sɛ tebea ɔmo wo mu ni na sɛ yɛ leaders empɛ sɛ ɔmo bɛ accept sɛ technology ɛna de yɛbɛkɔ yɛ nim. Ɛne na ɔmo yɛ abro. Enti my leadership, I really consider technology as industrialization. I will give you an example. FIFA, sɛ mo nyinaa mo nim FIFA. FIFA onye football association no. FIFA is a media company. Yes. FIFA has industrial technology to broadcast one football match to 4 billion people. What is that? It's media. And that's what has made them powerful. His secret tool is what? Technology and industrialization. That is what I'm preaching to all of you about. Until we bet him sorry what China ewo Ghana ha. Now all the technology and industrialization. He's worth $21 billion. Because what the billboard back kusi kwa hwa nipa 1,000 na umbehu. Sa billboard na ankasa what the bad social media sisi ya nipa 1 million na umbehu. Until the old ways enye dwuma biem to say the new ways. Na mpanyifo no nso empese omo bema enkura ne kwan na oma kyerɛ ewiase ade ɛwɔ ɔma dwenem. Wohwɛ America omo ye nyinaa no bebre hyase efiti omo nkura brem. Nia Facebook ye ne dia, nia Instagram ye ne dia, o hyase ne odi 20 something. Eno kodi 40 ontimi nkan ni sika. Enti eya nkura na ye wo ha na ebia aban ne ye maame mu ne ye papa mu a stop yen from ne ebeye say medium na me sofo ntie say onso ye sofo ana say me ye lawyer ntie say onso ye lawyer ana bibia na omode ye that kind of way yenso yentimi nkasa because ye ni obia or homayen. Today I want to tell you that you have a unifier, someone that stands between you and the elders of this country, someone that understands your problem better than the elders, someone that can compromise with the elders of this country and negotiate on your behalf. So your destiny will be prevailed. Thank you. Now, the next person question. Now, me bow. Now, I say, what is my ego drive to be a president? Now, what is my ego drive to be a president? Who said I just want to be a president? No, it's the stop. It's just one stop along the way. If you were to ask me, what is my destiny? What is my vision? Where do I want to be? I want to become an emperor of the continent. I want to be historically remembered. A legacy, a leadership that has never happened on this continent. I'm aligned with thinkers like David. Like King Solomon was my mentor when I was growing up. I love this man because he feeds 2,000 people every night. And you know that. Let's can neighbor more. But I still like him. He's my one of my greatest mentor. And I think, say, Africa at some point would need one voice. At some point, Africa would need one currency. At some point, Africa will need one leadership. Just like how the sheikhs of the Emirates have started a revolutionary development amongst themselves. It doesn't mean that there are no other leaders. They still have leaders. But there's one of them that started something that has sparked a revolution amongst all of them in the continent. And I think it all started with Sheikh Akmatum. He learned from a guy called Lee Kuan Yew, the ex-president of Singapore. Singapore biem. Omani ye kro. Ano suye free ni ho. Ano ono suye Dubai. Oye nyina follow up no mo ye bi. Nti ene wo hwe Arabs fo a omo wo skapa. Oye Ronaldo, oye Messi, odi agra, ombeto. Ni ametro no ati ase. Omo tro bibi o. Omo say omo ntoni pa keke o. Omo top stars. The most expensive stars, they command them. A dan e BCC so omo si. Ship and nam wiem. Ni ope bia omo beto. Because they've come together. They have created wealth among themselves. They have their own pipelines. They distribute their own power. They have energy city, and the whole world wants to go to their world. Let's clap for them, because that's the kind of leadership that I'm going. That's what I want. But nyanko ponka cha himself for train we na fasiha. Udru hona si form na pie. Anye bia mo behume say 6 years. And I met me at their fix it and so be industrial platforms, factories. I don't mind. The next person can come. I'll be the first one that steps down for someone who is more vigorous, more resilient to continue. Because me jina me show ania adia me hu woni muno chese you're ready. You want to do something. And when your time comes, we will give you the chair also to continue from there. Because akonyana yetisono yen transfer forever. Until you transfer kakra na otimi ye ne obetimi ayabo a obi wo honso aye ready. So my ego for being a president is just a transport to make sure that when I change my nation, when I add value to the society, then you will let me go after and clap for me so I can continue and become something bigger than just being a president. Thank you. Thank you. And before I go into these questions, I want to say something for the old woman that came here. And she really touched my heart. I think my wife was crying. And when I cry, my tears don't drop. It's my heart that bleeds. But I tell you why. Because I've gone past feeling any pain. You might see me as a young, successful man, but I've really been through the kind of pain that if God brought that upon you, maybe you'll probably jump from a cliff. Enti, adia shishe, me buswa shido, and shime emani penhu, but my heart bleeds for you. I feel your pain, and I know your problem. Enti, Mame, a quite be as well, faso. Ama uba, eba, the be, a diacrona, entimi and fifia bapaneno. Ama who said, Wamba Hakwa, Namatese, what Jina SIC animu for 14, 15 years. Aye, Juma, dia show ma. Omantimi am a show. This is one of the biggest problems in the country. It's not fair. Say, aban ebeka se your educational system wɔ ha your mouth degree kra na across Togo obi ehu degree no value biem Ghana happiness say ye adwuma and so degree no nya giwia yes ye adwuma ni ho enti minim say ye scam o say ye den o because nkrofo bi wɔ ha ebun ko school da de bia me de madam for be example despite and so hwɛ ono ene sese man bebre ye hwɛ no style oye efie nyansa watimi de anya sika ono kra no ene president to ne say didi a mo pese otena ho enti school no hia but efie nyansa no hia mo ese say nyina yetimi ejina ye na so ene decision a make us say you take it by the end of this year enya me hyebre ntia ye nyina ye hyebre ese say ese san ma no ne ese sa loss bia indim boyen ma me no ente sa enya me ma me o ha ipa osu ena osu ma me fo bebre su ebi wo ha omomfo mu su nkyerɛ wo beba no no wasu apepa na ni awie ni ase awie but no wasu pa because abrabo no edi atia no ena yemra ene endikanso fo bia omo ma bia o ma hyehye nti for their own interest ena affect obi a nti mesrɛ mo ene mo bia kofia mo nka ma me na mo bompa ya mo mbo bi ma no sɛ nyankopɔn ma na nigye nyankopɔn emma ne na koma so ade a opɛ no o ma nya na ni jembra ne mu amen.